Okay, welcome. My name is Kieran James. I'm from Busuk Chronicles website, and we'll be talking a bit about Indonesian music and especially about the band Jihad from Cimahi and the album Origin of the Rebels Angels from 2013, the band's third full-length album. So if we have a look at the history of the band first, one of the traditional old school death metal bands from Bandung in the first generation, formed in the year 2000. And the band has had three full-length albums now. A lot of Indonesian bands often they record only a few albums over a long period because of many problems in the country, such as financial or members going from one city to another for jobs, money problems, and many other things. So if we look at the band, we have Kancil as the vocalist since 2000, Veby as a drummer since 2000. So these boys are not getting any younger, really. I think they're all family people now. Recently, we have Roni and we have Rozi on the bass and Roni on the guitar. So when I did the interview with the band in the year 2012, it's a 2-hour-long interview, excellent interview in English, and it's up on the Busuk Chronicles website. So I thank the band for the interview, very informative and talking about the band history and the band philosophy. And how the band Jihad, basically, they've lived in the shadow of Jihad, the more well-known, brutal death metal band from Bandung. So with Jihad, they've kind of lived in the shadow as a second division band, but they have a long-term tradition of quality death metal with a lyrical focus on Islamic theology and philosophy. And as they told me, you know, in the Western context, that makes them a bit different, having the Islamic lyrics, but in the Indonesian context, being death metal band members is what makes them unusual or different compared to the mainstream, which is a very religious society. So if we have a look at some of the band history here, okay, just bear with me here. So if we look at the band history, you'll see formed in Cimahi, West Java in the year 2000, as I mentioned, lyrical themes of religion and hate. And if we look at the full-length albums here, we'll see Besok Kiamat full-length in 2002 and Strategy Seaton full-length in 2005, recorded under Recluse Production Singapore. So this was one of the very early landmark releases from an Indonesian band that can be called an international release with the Singapore record label. So if we look at the remaining output, yes, as I mentioned, Strategy Satan in the year 2005 and Origin of the Rebel Angels after a 2-year break in 2013. And like I said, some of the problems that happen in Indonesia, the difficulties of life and the struggle. Roni, the guitar player, I believe he had to get a job in Kalimantan in the east island of Indonesia, far away from Java. And it makes it difficult now for the band to get together to play. So officially still active, but they don't play very often. One of the landmark shows, according to Veby, he told me, was in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia when they played 2012, I think, or 2013. And then the last show they played was 2017. And I talking to Tigu from Digging Up and Interfectament. He's always encouraging, and I'm encouraging, and I've told him we need to hope for a Jihad reunion. Okay, maybe, I don't know, with a different guitar player, or maybe Roni can come back somehow. So maybe at the Flower City Death Fest or at the Lembang Death Fest, we kind of hope maybe Jihad could have a reunion. The most famous extreme metal band to come from Chimahi, the sister city of Bengal. Even though John Resborn would say, or he wear a Godless Symptoms t-shirt, because he's sort of more into more kind of modern metal than myself. So coming from the sister city of Chimahi, and now part of the Ujung Burung scene of death metal. So unfortunately, it's been a long time since 2017 that there hasn't been a show. So just to explain some of the musical style of Jihad, I'll take you through some of the original songs of the origin of the Rebels Angels. So basically, we have Abomination of the Hell Angel, which is really probably one of the fastest songs on the CD, very rapid fire, and because of their experience, Jihad know how to write songs. Expert in songwriting and very mature, very well paced, very well timed, building the suspense, building the atmosphere. So we have a great contribution from all the band members here and a lot of speed in that song. Abomination of the Hell Angels. We have Southeast Asian Rebels, which is just a short 2-minute instrumental with a little bit of a vocal in the last minute or two. Then we have the song about Celestial Demons. And this one has a very surprising, catchy, groovy riff underneath it. Relatively slow or medium paced again, but with a bit of a groovy riff. Okay, let's see if we can get this up again. So if we look at the songs for the Origin of the Rebels Angels album, again, I've already mentioned two here. South Beast, Rebels Angels, I mentioned Abomination of the Hell Angels. Okay, I'll take you through the ones with the English lyrics. Origin of Hate is very slow and medium paced, but a brilliant vocal by Kancil. Very well produced, modern production, very clean, without being commercial or fake. Very good vocal by Kancil, which is very much high or strong or up in the mix, and perfect enunciation and timing to build an atmosphere of suspense and turmoil there. So Origin of Hate definitely being a highlight for the CD. Similar to Hellrider Legion with a very strong vocal, but that one has a mix between the slower parts and the faster parts. But again, those two tracks are relatively similar, and again, an excellent vocal there by Kancil. Perfect timing and enunciation, and again with a vocal that's very relatively high in the mix, or powerful or strong in the mix. And Subjugation of Celestial Demons, as I mentioned, with a very much a you can say like a kind of catchy, groovy riff underneath it, which is really surprising to me because I heard that song last. So generally, like mature songwriting, everything is serving the song. There's nothing there for show or which is unnecessary. So we can't call it really technical or progressive, but with the guitars, there's always something interesting going on there. And the drums keeping the pace, varying very well with the timing of the music and setting the beat. Going from faster to slower. Okay, so again, I hope you check out the interview on Busuk Chronicles with Jihad from 2012. Very long interview, fully in English because Rozi is a tour guide, or he was a tour guide, and he can speak English very well. But a lot of topics covered there, such as the philosophy behind the band, the lyrical themes, and the theology or the ideology of the band. So as mentioned, they're all practicing Muslims, and I think one of their ambitions, they told me, was to go to the Hajj with their families. I'm not sure whether they've been able to do that recently, but that was part of their goal. So you can see like a really professional outfit with very strong, mature songwriting. and the vocals would be an absolute highlight for me. Okay, so thank you for that and best wishes, and check the band out, and all the best to Jihad, and I hope Veby will enjoy this production. Okay, thank you very much, and we hope for a Jihad reunion somehow, someday. So I'll join you for a future podcast on another band in the future.